Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a guest with me, my friend, and we are going to be discussing the realities of living in the UK. Now, I watched a video about I think yesterday or so, that Dyna Ekwueme, if you don't follow her, please go and follow her because she does some very interesting videos. She was talking about Nigerians abroad are liars, or Nigerian abroad are liars, and she was saying how people think that when you live abroad and they call you and they say they want to relocate and things like that, Nigerians just say, stay where you are, or you don't know what you're enjoying in Nigeria, things like that. And I want to share like some realities with you that people don't tell you, and I believe that numbers don't lie. So I'll be giving like some estimates on some number estimates, and I'll also be telling you like some hidden truths that people normally don't discuss. I even have it written down here to show that this video is an important video. Please, the little child is here. Just try and ignore him if he's doing anything that's dick for behave yourself in my video. Anyway, so the first thing I'll talk about is house rents. Now in Nigeria, we all know that people pay like house rents like yearly or every 2 years, but in the UK, either you are renting or you get a mortgage, you pay your house rent monthly. Now there's an advantage and there's a disadvantage to this, my dear. What if you lose your job? If tomorrow they sack you in the office, how are you going to pay tomorrow's house rent? In Nigeria, they sack you and you have paid like your 2 years house rent. At least you are even sure that you have a roof over your head. Or even if they sack you in Nigeria, they are like friends and family that you can go and live with or squat with. My dear, in the UK, people don't help people like that. Oh God. Ignore this child, as I said. People don't help people like that. So you need to consider things like that. For example, if you are renting, you can be paying between like £500 to £700 for a room, depending on which city you are living in, or like £500 to £700 for a flat, depending on the city and the area you are living in. So you need to consider things like that. And by the way, in case you do not know, £1 is about 500 naira, give or take. If you give rounding up, it's 500 naira. So imagine paying that amount of money, and people say, oh, it's still better, at least you earn maybe £2,000 a month. By the time you pay things like tithes, then you remove that one, and then remove some other bills that go to come up, which I'll be explaining, you will see that the money is not enough. The second thing that people don't tell you, childcare. Now I brought my friend here because she has 2 kids and she can shed light on how expensive childcare can be. Do you want to tell them?
They say it.
Okay.
She will tell you how expensive childcare can be. Hello. First of all, her name is Hello, in case you want to know her. She's not a YouTuber, but I brought her here to shed some light on some things. So childcare, what's like the average estimate if your child is in a nursery, for example, in a private nursery, how much would they pay for one child in a month?
In a month, one child is about 1,200.
So a child is about 1,200. 1,200 pounds, not naira, in case you did not hear. Now multiply that by 500. Now one child. Now brother, sister, imagine if you have 2 or 3. Or if you are very fruitful and like to follow the Bible and multiply and have 4 or 5, consider that number. Now remember I said, imagine if you are earning £2,000 or £3,000 a month. Half of your money has gone to child care for one pikin, one child. Brother, sister, in Nigeria, you don't even need child care. Your neighbor will help you look after your child. Your friend can help you look after your child. Or you take the child to crèche, which I am 100% sure is not 1,200. It's not 1,200 a month. Look at what I'm talking about. He's telling you to like and subscribe and tell your friends in case you do not know. So imagine that. Also imagine the fact that in the UK there's a rule where it says that if your child is not 16, they cannot look after the younger ones. In Nigeria, I was looking after my sister before I was 16. My mother, because it's not a law that it's not against the law. You see situation where you see like a 8-year-old child backing. Stop that. You see an 8-year-old child backing their sibling. So in that kind of situation, imagine how it is. In the UK, your 8-year-old child shall not be backing or looking after your child. No. If they hear, they come and pick you and your child and you go away. They will come and pick you and your child and send you away. So you don't want it to take your child away from you. There are rules and regulations. The UK is not like Nigeria where they will say, oh, we understand that your situation is bad. I've heard of a situation where a mother was having a seizure. The mother was having a seizure and she had a small child, and they had to start saying, oh, they were trying to bring social services into the situation, saying, oh, she was having a seizure. Was she able to take care of the child that was below age for a few hours? I think between the ages of 10 and 8. The first one is even 13 years old. Imagine. A 13-year-old child in Nigeria can be sent on errand. My dear, go to the market and grind pepper. In the UK, you dare not try it. Number 2, maternity leave. That's one thing I would say that in the UK they bless you with. So maternity leave in the UK is from 6 months to 1 year. I say 6 months to 1 year because most companies will pay you your full salary for 6 months, and then the government will pay you the statutory rates that they think. I don't know what the statutory rate is, but the statutory rate for the next 6 months, because they believe that you should bond with your child. In Nigeria, that's not the case. In Nigeria, you get 3 months for private sector, I think, and 6 months for government sector. And if you choose to take extra leave, either you lose your job if the company does not feel like they want to keep on holding you, or you stay at home with no pay. And I understand that things in Nigeria are hard. So things in Nigeria are hard. So you cannot say that you want to leave your job in the name of taking care of a baby. So that's one of the advantages of living in the UK. The fact that your maternity leave is well covered. And I think we have one of the best maternity packages when compared to other countries, especially in the US, where you even get less than what Nigeria even offers. So just saying. Food. My dear, food in the UK, if you like your Nigerian food, it's not the same thing. For example, when I first moved here and I said I want to eat efo, I went to the store and I was like, oh, I'll get some vegetable leaf, which is called spinach. Yeah, my dear, the efo did not turn out the way the efo should turn out. There's a difference. So when people say, oh, the food is different, things like that are different, they understand what they are saying. It's different. But relatively, I think food in the UK is cheap compared to in Nigeria. And that's my opinion. A chicken in the UK, if you go to like a store like Morrison's or Tesco or places like that, is about £3.50 for like a whole chicken.
Yeah, but that chicken is not like the African chicken.
But it's not like the African chicken. It's like frozen chicken. Yes. Yeah, that's how I would say. It's like frozen chicken.
Okay.
As we were saying.
Frozen chicken. Frozen chicken.
So we have, it's like frozen chicken. But if you want like the local chicken, you go to like a butcher shop and they have what they call hard chicken. And relatively, it's still cheap because you can buy 2 for £5. And that's about 2 chickens for 2005 when you convert it. In Nigeria, you cannot buy 1 local chicken for 2005. I don't think you can. If you can, please comment in the section below. It can be like 3,000, 4,000 for 1 local chicken. Like, wow. So I'm saying that I feel like in the UK, food is relatively cheap compared to Nigeria. That's my opinion. But I feel like if they are going to buy like African meals, they are more expensive. But sometimes you just have to give and take in some areas. My dear, you can't eat your cake and have it. Job security. What do you think about that one?
Here, oh gosh, no, here you have more job security than Nigeria.
So in Ella's opinion, you have more job security. in my opinion, I also feel you have more job security. So in the UK, there are different types of workers. You have permanent workers, you have temporary workers, you have contractors. So a permanent worker is you work every day, you get a fixed salary. A temporary worker might be someone that is permanent but has flexible working times. Because you have kids, that's one advantage of the UK. Because you have kids, you can talk to your employers and do flexible hours. You can work from home depending on the companies you work for. So there are things that the UK offers when it comes to jobs, because they understand that your family is also important to you and that you might need to give or take in some particular situations. You also have good leave. So if you're a permanent worker, you get, I think, 25 days in most companies, minus the bank holidays, which is about 8 or 10 in a year. I'm not so sure.
No, not much. Because we have January.
We come back. We cannot start counting.
Yeah, but it's just January.
30 days of holiday in a year. And 30 working days. In Nigeria, I don't know what people offer. But I've had friends that say that they only have 2 weeks holiday in a year. I'm like, how are you coping? Because I don't understand.
Is it one every 6 months?
Maybe, as you said, maybe one every 6. I don't even know. 1 week every 6 months. What kind of life is that? But then, as I said, it depends on where you are working and what you are doing. You have to put all those into consideration. But then in Nigeria, and okay, then the last type of workers are contractors. Contractors earn higher rates because they are paid daily, and then they have no job security. So for example, you can wake up in the morning and they're like, Oga, we have chosen to close your department, see you later. But you can't do that for like you can't do that for like a permanent staff. So these are pros and cons. Now my question is that if you are choosing to leave Nigeria, do you think that there's one job here waiting for you? I don't know. For example, so I moved to the UK after I went to school. So I came here to do my master's degree. And after doing my master's degree, I had to volunteer for 6 months. Meaning they did not pay me 1 naira. They only paid for like my transport to the office and for my lunch that day. So I had to transport myself from one city to the other to get job experience. Because in the UK, as much as you think that your degree is important, my dear, if you don't have experience, you will cry from now to tomorrow. And when I mean experience, I don't mean any chocolate experience. They value UK experience more than any other experience. So even if you have like 10 years experience in Nigeria, they'll be looking at you as, we know you have worked in Nigeria for 10 years, but the working culture is so different. In Nigeria, all those yes ma, yes sir, yes, no. Here, I call my partner in my office by name. In the UK, I can talk to my partner about an audit strategy and my partner will listen to me and not feel like he's intimidated. In Nigeria, I cannot say that's the case. They say, oh, you ask someone, why didn't you tell your boss this was what you're meant to do? They say, do you want me to lose my job? But my question is, if you're coming to the UK or you want to relocate to the UK, do you think there's a job waiting for you? Do you think you're UK employable? I knew someone that had 2 master's degrees and still did a cleaning job for 6 months. Imagine, after the parents had paid for international fees, 2 master's degrees, which is nothing less than 40,000 pounds. The person still had to do a cleaning job for a while. And I'm telling you the reality is, people come to the UK and they come here on like tourist visas and they don't leave because they feel, oh, the UK has something better to offer me. But the question they now start to do is that, oh, why can't they come back? You hear, oh, my friend lives in the UK. You talk to him, he will tell you, oh, he's enjoying life. You don't know what job he's doing. You don't know whether he has his papers. You don't know whether he's married to one woman somewhere that is trying to get papers. You do not know the situation of his life. But when you call him and he tells you, brother, sister, stay in your country, you're looking at him as if, no, he's doing you a disfavor, or he's not being kind to you, or he's being wicked, or he wants to enjoy the UK alone. No, the reason why he might say that is that his situation might even be worse off than he is in Nigeria. When I mean worse off, I mean he can't leave the country because he doesn't have his papers, or it might even be worse off that you don't know the job he's doing. He might not even be doing that job in Nigeria. He might never be a cleaner in Nigeria. Anyways, as I was saying, So you can't tell the situation that the person is facing. People don't tell you all their truths. We were just sharing an experience that somebody might tell you, oh, I have 3 houses in the UK, my dear. The person is still living under the basement of somebody. But you see the person on Instagram. When they tell you and take the picture, you'll be like, this person is balling. No, it's not like that. You see, oh, the person's skin is glistening. My dear, the reason why the person is shining is because the weather here is cold. You will shine whether you like it or not, even if you are suffering. The UK weather can help you to shine your skin, even if you are suffering. That is how it is here. Now, social amenities. When I mean social amenities, I mean like light, water. In Nigeria, all you need to do is pray that NEPA give you light so you can pump water in your house. And your life is simple. If you are sick and you can afford, you can go to a good hospital. In the UK, you pay light bill, you pay water bill, you pay TV license. My dear, TV license is different from Sky, which is like the DSTV of the UK. TV license is to have TV in your house. In Nigeria, do you pay TV license? No. To have TV in your house, imagine. That means they don't even want you to watch TV. To have TV. Hello. Please tell them. How much is like so your bills come like every 3 months. What's like your average 3 months bill for like water and electricity and things like that?
400 months.
So if you are paying, you say 400 and 100.
400.
Yeah.
It's 3 months now. Every 3 months.
Yeah. So if you are paying between 200 and 400 pounds, depending on the number of properties you have, yeah. Remember that your salary is still 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. How are you going to survive? Now you can see why people are telling you that not all that glitters is gold. Not all that glitters is gold. Now, if you live like in a accommodation where like all your bills are inclusive, at least you know what your bill is every month. But if you don't live in that kind of situation, and you have to get your bills, if you don't pay your bills, somebody will come and turn it off. Remember, in the UK, it's cold. So in a year, at least 7 months in a year, the heater is running.
Oh yes.
Please, when the cold got, in fact, I was telling you about Storm Ciara some weeks ago. When the cold enter your body, you will know that there's some priorities. I've gone to some people's house where they don't put on their heaters in the day because they cannot afford to run their heaters 24/7. Imagine that kind of situation. Imagine having a baby in that situation who does not even know. Imagine bringing your children to the UK who have never experienced the cold before. Brother, sister, when they tell you, stay in your country, they might have reasons why they are saying it. I'm just saying no. NHS. In Nigeria, if I'm ill, I don't even need to stress myself. We have family hospital. Go to Lagoon, go and see doctor. We have like a family friend who's a doctor who has his private practice. We go there, see him. No problem. You pay your hospital bills, no problem, you go. In the UK, NHS is for everybody and it is free. And that's the beauty of the NHS. It is free, but that's also the problem of the NHS. Now, if I am ill and I want to get an appointment with my GP, I'll call the GP. They'll tell me, oh, they don't have appointment today. They don't have appointment tomorrow. They don't have appointment in 3 days. I should call back 8 o'clock the next morning to see whether anybody has cancelled. If nobody has cancelled, my dear, doctor is not seeing you. Except you're in a critical situation, you want to go to A&E. A&E is where the main hospital is. Now, let me make this very shocking. I have been to A&E before, where I was running temperature of 40 degrees. My dear, your normal temperature should be between 36 and 37.5. I was running 40 degrees. My blood pressure was low. I was in A&E for 4 hours before I saw a doctor. Now, there's like a clock there. They'll tell you, oh, this is the waiting time. The waiting time can go up. So 4 hours, maybe I got there and was saying maybe 2 hours. It's an increase to 4 if somebody has broken their leg or there's an accident. If children come in during lunch hour, children are priority in the UK. They call me, my dear, your own situation is not that bad. You are an adult. They say the children are priority. So those kind of things, you also have to consider them. Now, if you're also migrating to the UK, remember that when you're doing your visa and whatever, and all those whatever, you need to pay for the NHS. So for you, the NHS, as free as it is not really free. Now, if you come to the UK, maybe on your tourist visa or whatever situation, or some people who come to UK and do tourism and refuse to go back to their country, they stay here and want to make a better life for themselves, which I cannot blame them for doing. And you are sick, how do you go to the hospital?
I understand.
The pikin said by yourself.
Exactly.
My dear, you are on your own. Remember, in Nigeria, you can go to pharmacy and treat yourself. Pharmacists will give you prescription. In the UK, my dear, minus paracetamol and cough medicine, and maybe some painkiller. Everything is not OTC, meaning over the counter. You must get prescription.
Yes.
There is not going to the pharmacy and saying you want amoxicillin and all those antibiotics. My dear, antibiotics is not over the counter. You must go and get doctor prescription. So my dear, when they say stay in your country, some people have reasons for saying it. I'm just telling people the truth.
You can stay in your country if you really want to come to the UK. You just have to go through a lot first.
Yeah, I just feel that
And most people are not ready.
yes, my dear, UK is not ocean free.
Most people are
People
not ready.
come to the UK and struggle.
With so much expectation that, oh, if I get there, I'll get a job. If I get there, I'll get where to stay. Some people come and they stay under the bridge.
Exactly, people come here and live. Now remember, under the bridge in Nigeria is still good. The weather is hot.
Exactly.
Under the bridge in the UK, the cold that we go. I don't want to be saying the word God. The cold that we massage your skin. People are going out and they're wrapping themselves in shawl. First of all, you buying clothes. Here in Nigeria, you can go and do bend down select. You can go in the UK to go and buy one jacket. I don't think there's any winter jacket that is less than £20. And that one that is £20 does not have anything inside. If you're thinking of real winter jacket, you're looking at between 70 to 100. I haven't heard that there are jackets that have like the goose feeling inside, which are like 800. But when you wear it, no amount of breeze that we blow, we blow you. Please, when you want to move, I'm not saying that the UK has lovely things. If you make it in the UK, your life is going to be good. If you make it in the UK, but the question is, how many ladders are you going to climb before you get to the making it points?
One.
No, a lot of ladder, baby.
My dear, people, if you are not a British citizen, there are so many benefits you cannot get. If you want to buy a house, you cannot get 5% as your deposit. You have to bring the 10. Now, the cost of house in the UK, for maybe like a 3 to 4 bedroom, or in a good place, you are looking between 350 to 500,000 pounds. Not naira, pounds, 350 to 500,000. Depending on the, my dear, you are not going to come to UK and somebody's going to give you house. No. We Nigerians, when we say, oh, it is better in Nigeria, it's because people have compared and have said, oh, I think even in the bad season, there's no lights, there's traffic, the roads can be terrible. We still need to consider that Nigeria might still be better. I was talking about the fact that in the UK, you have like, you buy a car in Nigeria, you don't need to pay car insurance, you don't need to do MOT. In the UK, you have a car is liability. You pay your insurance.
Every month.
If you are a new driver, that's about £2,000 a year.
Yes.
As you're going to drive, the money reduce. God bless you, have accident, the money go back up. We are not speaking about fuel. We are not speaking about when you go for MOT. MOT is like the servicing. In the UK, it's a requirement. Not in Nigeria that you'll be driving jalopy that is dead and gone. In the UK, I'm sorry, they stop you and they check your papers and it's not correct. You are looking for trouble. They can revoke your license. Things like this, the stress, the rules. Because Nigerians are not so, they don't really like rules and regulations. This is one of the reasons why they say, stay in your country. My dear, also in the UK, if you listen to news, they have been stabbing people and throwing acid on people randomly. In Nigeria, except you look for somebody's trouble, nobody's coming to come and stab you. In Nigeria, anyway, there's kidnapping in Nigeria, which is bad. But in the UK, you can be going to work. One child that they did not pray for where that money might just carry knife and come and stab random person on the road. For crying out loud, when they say stay in your country, the person might have reason. I'm not saying that the UK is bad. No, when I live here, the UK is lovely. It's better than Nigeria in some senses. But any enjoyment you enjoy in the UK, my dear, you pay for it with your sweat, with your hard-earned money and time. Anyway, I hope with these few points I'll be able to elaborate why or things you should consider when you are thinking of jumping from Nigeria to the UK. Our baby has woken up.
It's okay, Mama.
Mama is okay.
Sister?
So
Good boy.
there's another baby in this house as well, who is not really a baby, but I hope I've been able to explain to you things that you should consider and things you should understand when your Nigerian friends tell you, man, Nigeria seems good. May I still tell my friends to relocate though, with all these situations that are bad, with all these things I've mentioned. If my friends come and tell me they want to move out of Nigeria, I say, dust your shoe, and be coming. Mama, I still say dust your shoe and come, because the UK, if you prosper here, you will prosper well, and then you benefit from your prospering. So when you pay your tax is working in front of you, compared to Nigeria. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is our first chit chat video, and I hope you tell your friends to come and like and subscribe. There are many things we'll be discussing here, real life issues, things that bug me and bite my spirit. I will come and tell you here. We shall also be doing more cooking videos. Please, if you are a new subscriber, I'm sorry I did not welcome you initially, but please, you are welcome. We love having you here. Please bring your friends, bring your family. In fact, bring your enemies if you choose to want to bring them. We will make you people friends on this channel. People bond over many issues. This is one of my babies. Oh, I don't know. She just woke up. Hi. She's a very fine girl, though. Dolaka, do you want to say hello to the channel? Say hello. She say hello. And then, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.